Manchester United offered permanent transfer for Sofyan Amrabat for as little as £12 million. Victor Osimhen reportedly available on the market for cut price deal, and Bayern Munich have apparently just told Manchester United what it will take to get the De Ligt deal over the line. These are some of the stories we will be discussing on this afternoon's show. But before we get into that, please smash a like on today's video. Let's try and see 500 likes on today's show. And if this is your first time watching, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm live every single day at 8:30, 1:30 and 6 p.m. UK time. Only 50% of people who watch these videos are subscribed. So if you're one of those people who isn't subscribed, please do get involved. It's completely free content and everyone is welcome. Right. Let's start the show off by talking about Victor Osimhen. So this is being reported by Italian newspaper Corriere dello Sport. And they are reporting this morning that apparently Napoli are willing to let Victor Osimhen go for a cut price deal this summer. Apparently they're getting a bit twitchy that nobody has triggered his release clause. He's got a release clause of £110 million. Now the question I've got for you is, should Manchester United go in for Victor Osimhen? Obviously £110 million is ridiculous. We're not going to pay that. This story says that apparently they'd be open to offers around 70 to 80 million pounds. 25 years of age. Obviously done really well for Napoli over the last couple of years. Although last season he didn't actually, he wasn't as prolific as he has been in kind of previous seasons. So that is something worth bearing in mind. He only got 12 goals in Serie A last season, which isn't amazing for 80 million pounds, is it? When you think that we're about to pay 34 million for Xerxes, who got about the same amount of goals. So yeah, I don't know. But over the last kind of 2 or 3 years, Osimhen has, season after season, he's been putting up unbelievable stats in the Italian league. He got 26 goals the season before that and 5 in the Champions League, which is obviously a very good return. The season before that, he got 14 in the Serie A, which again isn't amazing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Should Manchester United go for Victor Osimhen? They have a long-standing interest in the player. Obviously, if Victor Osimhen comes in, what does that mean for Rasmus Højlund? Does that affect his development? And does it still mean that we go for Joshua Zirkzee? Because I don't think we'd go for Osimhen and Zirkzee, to be completely honest with you. We desperately need a striker. Victor Osimhen is a world-class striker. And maybe going for someone like him is a better option than going for Zirkzee. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I personally think, if we could get Victor Osimhen for like 70, 80 million pounds, I think it would be a good deal because he is a very, very good player. He's he's a lot further ahead in his development than Rasmus Højlund. And I do really like Joshua Zirkzee, but maybe we do need someone a little bit more prolific. And I think Victor Osimhen is a prolific striker and he's a massive signing. And, it would be a massive statement of intent from Ineos if they were to bring in someone like Victor Osimhen. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Will this deal happen? Probably not, being completely honest, but we have been linked to him today, and obviously this is a news show, so I'm going to bring you the news. Chelsea are apparently sniffing around him as well. Obviously Chelsea desperately need a new striker, but the general headline is that apparently Napoli are willing to accept a cut price offer for Victor Osimhen around £80 million. Obviously that could be, put over a 5 or 6 year period, so it wouldn't be 80 million up front. It would probably be, say, 15 million a season for the next 5 seasons, something like that. So yeah, it wouldn't be all of our budget gone in one transaction. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Moving on from that, let's talk a little bit about this story. Caught me by surprise actually, and I wanted to talk to you about it. So Emiliano Martínez, obviously the Aston Villa and Argentina national goalkeeper, his agent has been speaking in the last couple of hours. And apparently, Manchester United nearly signed Martinez last summer. This is a direct quote from Martinez's agent. He says, last year, Martinez was very, very close to joining Manchester United. But in the end, the coach, Erik ten Hag, chose Andre Onana instead because he had already worked with him in the past. He says, but everyone at United later maintained that the ideal goalkeeper that they wanted to sign internally was Emiliano Martínez. I mean, that's mad, isn't it? So the Manchester United board scouts wanted to sign Martinez last summer. But Erik ten Hag obviously has this veto, doesn't he? And he effectively implemented that veto and said, you know what? I want Andre Onana. Obviously, we were linked to Diogo Costa as well, the Portuguese national team goalkeeper. But in the end, we went with Andre Onana. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? Would people have actually wanted to see Martinez at Manchester United? That would be an interesting question to bring to you, the viewers, today. Like, if you had to pick between Martinez, and Andre Onana, who would you go for? Let me know in the comment section below. Everyone who's just joined the video, if you could do me a small favour and smash a like, that'd be really, really appreciated. I've set a likes target of 500 likes for today's show. If everybody who's watching the video now hits the like button, we will achieve that by the end of today's video. And if this is your first time watching, please do subscribe. We're now only 1 subscriber away from 26,000, so please go and subscribe if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate that. Okay, moving on to Sofyan Amrabat. So this is being reported by multiple different Italian journalists this afternoon. The main one is Corriere dello Sport, the same people who are reporting the story about Victor Osimhen. And they are reporting that apparently Manchester United have been contacted by Fiorentina, and Fiorentina have effectively said that they would accept as little as £12 million for Sofyan Amrabat. He's got a release clause as part of his loan deal at Manchester United, which was 19 million, but apparently they'd be willing to accept 12 million. Now, I want you to let me know, should Manchester United sign Sofyan Amrabat for £12 million? He's 27 years of age. I think he proved himself in the tail end of the season, obviously absolutely bossing that midfield against Man City. I would 150% sign Sofyan Amrabat for 12 million, without a shadow of a doubt. I think he'd be a really, really good squad player. We don't have any proper CDMs, really. I know we have Casemiro, but there's question marks about him. And I think at the age of 27, in his prime, you're never going to get a midfielder of his quality for £12 million, are you? Like, I can't think of any others on the market. People will say Youssouf Fofana from Monaco, but he's apparently going to cost about 30 million. Adrien Rabiot is another option, but there are loads of clubs after him. We're talking about João Neves at £100 million. Like, Amadou Onana from Everton, 50 to 60 million pounds. Like, there are other options out there on the market, and we 100% need to sign 2 midfielders. But if our first signing, or one of our first signings, is Sofyan Amrabat for 12 million, that puts us in a really, really good position then when we enter negotiations with other clubs. Because imagine if we knock on the door for Adrien Rabiot and we don't have a CDM, he's going to know that we need him a lot. Whereas if we've got Amrabat, we can kind of lean on that, can't we? So I think Amrabat deserves his opportunity. I would definitely give him a contract, maybe 3-year deal, 4-year deal. Nothing too ridiculous. His wages at the moment are only about 50 grand a week, so there's no issues there. I think he's 100% proved himself. He's definitely good enough to be a squad player for Manchester United. Is he world class? No. But is he good enough to play for Man United? I think so. So for me personally, Sofyan Amrabat for £12 million is an absolute bargain. And I would 100% get that deal done right away. But let me know what you guys think about that one in the comment section below. I always like to see what other Manchester United fans have to say. Moving on from that, though, I've got a bit of an update on Matthijs de Ligt. This is coming out from Florian Plettenberg, who is the Sky Sports Germany journalist. Very, very reliable. He's a tier 1 journalist for the Bundesliga and for Bayern Munich. And he is reporting this afternoon that top agent Rafael Pimenta remains in talks with Manchester United to find the best solution for Matthijs de Ligt. He says there are currently no negotiations with any other clubs at this stage, as de Ligt wants to only work with Erik ten Hag. That's amazing. He says, I've been told that Bayern have not yet received an official bid from Manchester United. And he says that Bayern are apparently asking for €50 million total package, including bonus payments. We've been saying this for quite a while now about how much the deal will cost. My understanding is that Bayern would accept as little as 35 million plus 7 million in add-ons, which is 42 million pounds or 50 million euros. And you know what? For a player of de Ligt's quality, I think it's an absolute no-brainer. I am very, very much in Team de Ligt's camp. I think he'll come to Manchester United. He'll reignite his career under Erik ten Hag. And I really like the idea of de Ligt and Martinez working together. I think it would be a really, really solid defensive unit. So yeah, for me personally, I think Matthijs de Ligt to Manchester United is 100% the correct deal to do. And for that amount of money, it's an absolute no-brainer. Like, imagine if we get de Ligt for 35 million, we get Amrabat for 12 million, and then say you get Zirkzee for 34 million. That's already, 47, 77. That's about 80 million for those 3 players, Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt and Amrabat. Then you could maybe go and spend big on one player because you've already filled those key positions you need. You know, you'd have your central defensive midfielder, you'd have your centre-back and you'd have your striker. What's to say then they don't say, all right, let's put in another bid for João Neves. Obviously, we reported this morning that Manchester United have had a second bid for João Neves rejected of 65 million. Like, maybe we could then go and do something like that because we'd already sorted out the spine of the team. We'll have our centre-back, we'll have our CDM, and we'll have our striker, and we'll have only spent £80 million. So yeah, I think it's positive for all 3 of these transfers. Obviously, I'll keep you updated as and when I get more information. I'm going to wrap the video up here. It's just a short one to bring you guys a bit of lunchtime update. I hope everyone has a lovely rest of your afternoon. Please do me a small favour and smash a like on the video before you leave. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been Daily Red Devil, and I'll speak to you all a bit later. Bye for now.